Hey guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. I'm Megan from OrganizedLittleLady, and today I want to share my goal setting system for 2021 and what I want to accomplish this year. So a new year means new goals for a lot of us, and this year I was actually so excited to start the year off with a new set of goals. In the past, I found goal setting super daunting and intimidating because I didn't have a good system in place to achieve my goals. Last year, I did a lot of research on goal setting and different systems and methods, and I combined a few ideas and created a system that really worked for me. So I'm going to continue using that system in 2021 and tweak it just a bit. So for those of you who are not familiar with my goal setting system, basically what I did was I started with a list of priorities. Things in my life that I really wanted to prioritize and center my goal setting around. Just different areas that I want to nurture and grow in. So those areas for me are faith, family, personal, home, community, and career. Those are the 6 priorities that I have in my life, and those 6 priorities continue to be the same in 2021 also. Basically what I did each month is I set a new goal in those categories, and it really helped me grow in those areas and nurture those areas and just keep my family moving forward in our priorities. I use the Erin Condren monthly dashboard to break down my goals. So over here in this list is a list of my monthly goals broken down by category. And then what I do once I've set the goals is I break them up into 2 separate lists. One list is my project list, things that I have to work on once and then check it off and my goal is accomplished. And then I have a habits list. These are habits that I need to instill throughout the month to then achieve my goal. Breaking my goals down into these 2 different lists was such a huge help for me because I was able to see what exactly it was that I needed to do in order to achieve the goals that I set for myself. So that system really worked well for me, and like I said, I was able to achieve quite a bit in 2020. The only thing that I felt my system was lacking was an overall sort of goal in those areas, something that I wanted to work on, or kind of like an end goal that I wanted to work towards each month. So this year, what I decided to implement was the Erin Condren goal setting journal. And basically this is where I keep all of my end goals in those categories. I kind of broke down by category. Again, I just use these tabs that I got from Erin Condren. And yes, they are color-coded by category because that's just how my brain works. But basically, I have one main focus that I want to work towards in each category or priority. And then every single month, I'll set smaller goals to help me achieve that overall goal that I'm working towards. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys the overall goal, or overall what I want to accomplish throughout the year in those categories. So in my faith category, the overall goal that I want to work towards in 2021 is to turn to God first, not last. This is something that I think I've been kind of working towards in 2020. I'm still very new in my faith and learning a lot. But one thing that I noticed was that I tend to really turn to God in times of need and not necessarily on just a regular daily basis. So this year, I really want to focus on being intentional with putting God first and not last, not turning to Him when I'm in like this desperate need of Him, but turning to Him first. So starting each day with a Bible study or devotion and just really living in His Word. In my family category, my overall accomplishment that I want to achieve and work towards throughout the year is to create habits, routines, and traditions that promote stronger family bonds. So I really want to just focus on creating stronger bonds within our family and experiencing new things together, and just creating, like I said, habits and routines and traditions that form stronger bonds in our family. My personal goal for the year is to lose 40 pounds. So that is a very, I feel like, specific goal, and I know goals are supposed to be very specific. I struggled with kind of creating a specific goal in these areas, except for my personal goal. I feel like this is a very specific goal that I want to reach by the end of the year. So each month I will just make smaller goals to help me work up to that. My main focus this year in my home category is to create a well-maintained, minimal producing home. So this year, I really want to embrace minimalism, and Dean and I are doing some research now on homesteading, just, backyard homesteading with vegetable gardens, and we want to raise chickens again and just producing more for our family and not consuming as much. I also really want to tweak my homemaking routines and systems this year and just run a more efficient home. My overall accomplishment that I want to work towards in my community category is to invest time in people, organizations, and activities that add value in our lives. So I felt like this was really important because we have so many wonderful people in our life, but I really want to make sure that I'm investing in them. And same goes for organizations or activities like our church, the kids' sports, so on and so forth. Really investing our time in those areas that add value to our life. My focus in my career category for this year is to create an online presence that is a consistent form of income for our family. Last year, I left a job that I really did love and became a stay-at-home mom again. And I do think we live in a very unique time where we can turn our passions into careers and help provide for our families doing what we love from home. And I want to really grow my YouTube channel and invest more time in it and learn more about the ins and outs of it. And also my Scentsy business has been a huge blessing to our family this year, and I want to continue to grow in that field also. So those are my main focuses for 2021 and the areas that I really want to focus on. And then I'll share with you guys what my goals are for January, because I already have those written out and planned out for the month. So my faith goal is to start a new Bible study. So I actually already have, because I know we're a few days into January now, so I have started a new Bible study, and it is, I'll leave it linked below, but I think it's called The Truth She Reads. Don't quote me on that. I'll leave it linked below though, but actually my friend recommended that to me, and so far I really do like it. They also have an app which I find really helpful, because if I don't have my Bible right there, I can go through and read each day's Bible study on my phone also, which is helpful. So for my family category goal this month, it is to create a family morning and evening routine. So basically, I feel like we've been a little bit complacent about our morning and evening routines as a family. So I have my own morning and evening routines that I feel like I have down pretty good. But as far as us as a family, like just eating breakfast together, or in the evenings, one of the things that I really want to implement into our evening routine with the kids is doing read alouds. So that's where I feel like I want to focus a lot of my energy this month, is creating a really solid morning and evening routine for our family. My personal goal this month is to track all of my meals and snacks on Weight Watchers. So this was actually sort of a rollover from last month's goal. I totally failed on that one because it was Christmas time and I just thoroughly enjoyed myself. I'm not even gonna lie, I just enjoyed snacking on cookies and having this wonderful Christmas feast, and it didn't go well for Weight Watchers. But this month I am back on track, and it's only been a few days since I've been tracking again, and I'm already down 2.2 pounds. So I feel like that gave me sort of a boost of confidence that I needed to get back on track. And that is my overall goal for this month, is to track every single day in this month on Weight Watchers. My homemaking goal this month is to create new homemaking routines. So I feel like January is just a really good time to start new routines, and I really want to tweak some of my homemaking routines. I feel like if you stick with the same routines over and over and over again, you just become a little bit more complacent over time. So I want to switch things up a little bit more and be a little bit more intentional about my homemaking. And I'm excited to share that with you guys too. This month I want to share a lot about my homemaking. It's a definite passion of mine, and I know I'm not alone. I know a lot of you have shared that's something you're interested in also. So I am going to be sharing all of that with you for sure. My community goal for this month is to connect with a friend every week. So again, I just feel like I have these wonderful friends in my life, and 2020 was really hard because we weren't able to connect as much as we would like to. So I am going to make it a priority this month to connect with one friend every single week, whether it's just via text or phone call, just making that effort to connect with them, just checking in how they're doing and just chatting. So that's my goal for community. My goal for career this month is to read Influencer. This is a book that has been on my read list for a while now, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So I actually ordered a hard copy of the book. I tried to actually listen to it on Audible once, and I love listening to like my fiction books on Audible, but if it's like a self-help book, I feel like I need to have a hard copy and actually read through it and make notes and highlight and all that. So I did order a copy of that. It hasn't come in yet, but as soon as it does, I am going to be intentional about reading that. I feel like there are definitely tidbits in that book that would be helpful. Like I said, just kind of learning the ins and outs of this whole YouTube thing, because I've just been kind of going with the flow and doing my own thing, and I'm ready to step it up a notch. So I want to learn more this year, and this is a good place to start. So that's my goal for career for this month. So as for my project list, some of the projects that I have to accomplish this month in order to achieve my goals is to choose a Bible study, which I've already done that. I can check that off. I also want to create a family AM and PM routine. So just kind of sitting down and thinking about the logistics of it. You know, what is important to us? What do we want to incorporate in the morning and in the evening realistically? And then just writing that down. And then same thing with my homemaking routines. That's a project that I need to sit down and really think about. How do I want to approach my homemaking this year, and what routines do I want to implement? As for habits that I want to instill or need to instill this month in order to achieve my goals, I need to read the Bible daily. So I really need to be getting in the habit of turning to my Bible first and not last. And so that's a habit that I want to instill this month. Another habit that I want to instill is to track all of my meals on Weight Watchers. So I need to get into the habit of every single meal just tracking it on my Weight Watchers app. Another habit that I want to get into, I guess I put it in my habit list because I guess it is sort of a habit that I want to track throughout the month, is connecting with a friend. Again, this isn't necessarily daily, it's weekly, but I can still track it and, you know, kind of log my progress. So those are my goals for the month of January. I definitely am happy and excited to add my goal setting journal into my goal setting system this year, because I think it's just going to help me set goals each month that are a little bit more intentional for that overall, what do I want to accomplish and work towards as like an end goal. So I would love to hear, what are you guys working on this year? Goal setting is tough. It really is. And until you find a system that works for you, it can be daunting. But I encourage you to do some research, find different ways that people set goals and what they do to achieve their goals, and try a few different ways out for yourself. And maybe you'll find a system that works for you. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you have a great start to the new year, and let's tackle those goals together.